Hey guys, welcome back to some more AFK Arena. Today we're over on the YouTube account. We're going to do some summons, do some question and answer. Overall, looking at the poll, very interesting that it is still Kanisa and Rook. We did this last week. It was kind of split between the heroes. And unfortunately, it looks like Salakai is getting zero love, guys. As much as Salakai came out, seemed like he was going to be a really solid hero. Is used in some of the cursed realm, but overall, overshadowed by Palmer, guys. Not even 2 weeks later, we did get Palmer out. Palmer is, of course, a lot stronger than Salakai is within, again, a couple different formations, Cursed Realm, Twisted Realm. So kind of the overshadowing of Palmer really put a damper on Salakai. Now, with that being said, guys, he is still being used, again, in a couple of the formations, including the Tower. He is definitely one of the highest priority heroes when it comes to the Mauler Tower. Absolutely. And then, of course, we did get the new Celestial hero, Vithiel. Overall, seems like he is making his presence in a lot of places, including the PvP front. Also seeing him within the Cursed Realm comps as well, which is pretty interesting. So what's going on? Awesome is here. Mandra as well. Today is going to be our last stream, guys, of 2022. That is right. The streams will be done. Now, if you notice from the thumbnail of this video, we are getting another dimensional hero. That was the rumor that is kind of flying around. At this point, it looks like the new hero is going to be Mulan. Now, interesting enough, if you know the story of Mulan, if you've seen the Disney movies, all of that kind of feeds hand in hand to what Dali has said about the new hero that is coming. Now, one of the other big things is with the dimensional heroes, especially with Mulan, she is actually one of the sought-after commanders in Rise of Kingdoms, which, of course, is another title from Lilith Games, which means that it's very easy to cross over because they already do have that hero within another game that we've seen, which they've done it before. We even seen the crossover of like Wukong actually being built into Dislight. They've done a lot of crossovers before, kind of game to game between here. So again, pretty interesting to see exactly how they're going to do that. We're continuing to build up the Awakened version of Taylene. You can see we're pretty close. I think we're a little bit short of getting her to the plus 30 signature item, but due to the survey right there, guys, we did build up Kanisa and Rook a little more, got him all the T3 gear, which of course being tank specific, really needs to build out the gear for the defensive aspect, for keeping him alive, guys. I'm going to build him out. We're going to do some summons for him. If you guys caught some of the other videos, I've done a little bit of the purchases. I want to see how the new kind of purchase set was running. Now, within here, guys, Toddy, unfortunately, it has been at 2 days. 2 days, guys, I removed from the friends list, which gives us one open slot for today. If somebody wants to hop in there, fast rewards, I still do this 5 times a day, guys. Getting tier stones out of here is an absolute priority, guys, as we continue to build them. I did 2 polls in a row for the new Celestial and got a double on each. Wow, Jared, that is insane. That is absolutely all of your 2023 luck. Now, overall, the new Celestial, I heard that it's been pretty good. It's been pretty good with the summons, is what a lot of players have been kind of reporting, that they've seen quite a few copies in there. I got it in the friends list. Oh, thankfully, Dark Lucifer finally got in the friends list. I monitor it at least once a week, guys. We clean out a couple of the heroes in there. Again, with the players that are no longer playing AFK Arena or not being active. With that being said, we did swap into a new guild. So big shout out to the new guild, guys. The Adventure Walk Guild Grounds. So we've been doing a lot in here, guys. Super active guild, even over on Discord. 70 of 70 players active, which is insane because we haven't seen that in a long time. Now here, guys, it is first come, first serve. Boom. There we go. So unfortunately, Michael did not get added. But it's first come, first serve for who was actually in here. Again, we go through this about every week. It's usually about every week that we go through here. You could see, guys, keeping everyone active in here a big priority on your list. Now, one of the other things we have going on is the B Squad. So if you have not seen, or if you have noticed, we only have in our guild 3 pets. Now that seems to be the only way that you are going to hit this 80 or 800,000 guild CP to get our secret spice bag. It seems like this is going to be an issue for a lot of different guilds. So what is essentially happening with this event is if you're building all of these pets out, so if you're building essentially the other 4 slots, you're splitting the energy that you get, this golden essence that you get, between the heroes or the beasts that can get the CP. So a lot of players are saying mathematically, if you're building out a bunch of beasts and you're leveling them up to all different levels, you're not going to be able to hit this mark within the time. Still yet to be seen, guys. I don't know if they're going to give some compensation for this. In my opinion, it's a really, really cool event with a very poor execution on Lilith's part. Now, in addition, guys, Lost Sigils is almost done. I think it's we have 2 days left in the Lost Sigils event. Or no, challenge has ended. Lost Sigils is done, guys. I was thinking we had 2 more days, but that's right. You have 2 days to redeem. So Lost Sigils at this point, I have 4 more sigils. Those are just going to be redeemed automatically for gold, or I could do it myself in there. Just go ahead and be done with that one. Now, out of there, we did get the original version of Taylene. We actually pulled her up to 3 stars. Finally got her on the plus 60 engraving, which is what we wanted to. Yeah, 128 billion power. It's incredible considering I'm only at 50 billion. Big shout out to Michael. I know we'll get you in there. What's going on, Pika? This may have been one of the worst events. Yes, I agree with you. Awesome. And Aiden, exactly the same. It has been a one that I really didn't like. It's been very stressful. A lot of players were, sending me a lot of messages about what is going on. Seeing if it's going to be available, how it's going to be available, is it going to work? And again, it seems pretty broken in there. We're still at the 1% for the treasure scramble. If I focused a lot more heroes in the PvP aspect, I feel like we could do better in here. But I swapped up my teams today. So 100%, 0%, 100%, 0%, 100%. So you can see what teams are working pretty well and which teams are not really. But I think we only have 1 battle in at this time. So continuing with that, guys, Arena of Heroes, I went to rank 2. I haven't farmed this yet for the day. We actually farm it to try to make sure that we're maximizing the diamonds out of here. Which there we go. So that takes us back to rank 1 just based on the points there. Then, of course, the Legend Championship tournament. I'm getting all of our Challenger tokens out of there. I use the trial version of New Hero. Yes, Ahmed. So the trial version of the new hero works incredibly well. I use the trial version as well. I actually used it to utilize him within the Cursed Realm. But the thing with the trial version is, remember, he comes fully built. For a majority of players, they are getting the hero completely built, which means that you don't have to put the resources into it or the time and effort into it. For the trial version, that is why we love to use that 3-day trial version. But to build a hero out, we know an AFK arena is very expensive to build them out. We're hoping going into 2023, they have said we're going to have a lot more opportunities to get time emblems and to get Stargazer cards, which I like. Not sure if they're going to adjust the probabilities, anything of that nature. But overall, it seems like we're going to have, again, a lot more opportunities to actually do more within the game to get more resources. When it comes to resource generation, guys, I quit doing the campaign for a while the Temporal Rift was up. We actually finally hit floor 150. At this point, you can go through with very specific teams because you only have 10 heroes until you get to level 8. Once you get to level 8, you'll actually unlock this 3rd slot of heroes. So you can do 3 teams versus 3 teams versus doing essentially 2 teams against 3 teams, which again, some whales can make progression in here. You have to have fully built awakened heroes to make the progression. So right now we're at 5. So this is probably going to be a week before we can make any progression within the Temple Rift, guys. But the loot in here is phenomenal. It is absolutely phenomenal in here. The amount of loot that we do get out of the event. Same with the King's Tower. I've been pushing these. You can see we're at 800, 820 plus on the core towers. 529 in the Celestial Sanctum. This is one that I've tried an incredibly amount of times. I've tried this a ton. I need to build up Taylene more, definitely. And then in here, I feel like the team's pretty solid. But the awakened version of Taylene, I don't have the damage. If we had Vithiel in here, we could definitely build him out. But unfortunately, at this point, we do not have. What's going on, Blaze? And Alfred us as well. Thank you, guys. I know it's kind of an off day for a stream, but again, This is going to be our final stream of 2022 because we only have a couple more days left in this year, making a lot more progression. Let's go ahead. I'm going to hit up the bag after we do. Nope, I think we got all of our resources out of here. Let's go ahead and open up these chests. We'll get another time card out of there, a couple more red chests. That's what we're looking for, guys, are those time emblems. And I'm going to build up a couple more heroes. Even here, guys, we're going to go for some essence. Still building essence, guys. The essence grind, if you're early game, if you're late game, whatever it is, guys, the essence grind will never end. What's going on, Michael? Keep up the good work. Love the content. Thank you. I love doing it. I love streaming with you guys. I love being able to talk about the game. It is probably one of my favorite things to do, guys, in AFK Arena, is being able to sit here and talk to you guys about the game. Not bad. Temple Rift 103 used on my retries. That's not bad, Dark Lucifer. So a lot of free-to-play players were talking about it, how difficult it was going through and actually making progression within the Temple Rift. Again, free-to-play, it is going to take a lot more of a struggle to get through there, a lot more time dedication. But again, like I said, if you're going through the Rift, guys, don't bother with the campaign. If you even go up 20 stages like where I'm at, or even making progression in the campaign, it is going to be almost nothing compared to the loot that you can get in the Rift, guys. Hop in the Rift, push the Rift all that you can. So no res, what's going on? And I was looking today, so I hopped on here today. Mickey is in here, which I still have to do summons. So no res is actually right there. Willow Lord, of course, is right there as well. All of the players, Radic, that I've been playing with, Lemons, that I've been playing with for a significant amount of time, are all pretty much in 45 at this point. It's really, really cool to see. You know when I'll be being out of coins all the time? I don't even spend coins on emblems and have progression campaign. So if you're talking about gold, out of actual coins, so the gold, best place to farm this, guys, if you're looking for gold in AFK Arena, is the King's Tower. Guys, the original King's Tower gives you a asinine amount of gold. If you're looking to farm gold, awesome, right here. King's Tower, absolutely farming gold, guys. That is the place you want to farm it. I have 30960 Awakened Taline, Thane Brutus Solus. What is my best way to get the progression in the Rift? I want Mo Rice. I love it. Shoot me a message over on Discord. My number is 0999, which is kind of funny. It doesn't sound legitimate. I can show you the Temporal Rift teams that they were using for the three teams. I can specifically show you what is in there. Yeah, King's Tower, Guild Hunt, two of the biggest places for gold, guys. But yeah, shoot me a message over there and I'll show you the teams that they've been using. Give you a summary about the newest Lightbearer hero. Yeah, we can take a look at Palmer. So Palmer, of course, like we said earlier, just overshadowed Salakai. Salakai came out, great new hero, support, definitely going to make a difference. 2 weeks later, we get Palmer, absolutely broken, guys. Or not really broken, but works in a lot of different ways. Looking at here, the big thing, guys, is you can see crit rating of all allied heroes, 10 plus 40% of the crit rating. So he is going to amplify the crit rating. He is also going to amplify, I believe, the crit damage in here, which makes him kind of broken. Plus 20 signature item is really all that you need, because right here, when his faith is maxed out, whenever an allied hero deals damage to an enemy, the crit rating exceeds the enemy crit block rating, which even right here, guys, the crit block rating is not very prevalent in different game modes. It's very prevalent when it comes to the PvP side because you'll have built out heroes, but this is not very prevalent when you're earlier game. Cursed Realm, Twisted Realm, things of that nature by at least 100 points. The damage dealt will be increased by 1% up to 40%. That means you can have a 40% increase on damage, guys. One thing, yep, and that's it, Ahmed, is he is a little bit... He's a little bit slow. He's a little bit slow to cast. I don't know if that's kind of the way that they built him, but his 3 of 9 furniture is good. 9 of 9, of course, is even better. It casts one of his ability when he uses his ultimate, which is very strong. And then, of course, the big one, guys, right here, the plus 30 ability. Every 1 second the prayer heals nearby allies for 100%. So he has a heal of Palmer's attack rating and adds 1 stack of faith. This gives you a big damage right there. Each stack of faith increases the attack rating and defense rating by 3% and 3% of the initial attack rating. That stacks up to 15 times, guys, which is the damage amplification factor that Palmer brings, is the reason why players are building him. And that is the reason also why he is being used within the Cursed Realm. Twisted Realm, we're even seeing him as well in a lot of different ways because of the buffs. So another thing is with Vithiel, I know he brings a couple buffs, but a lot of players have also said that he is essentially replacing Strilda. Where's she at? Right here. Replacing Estrilda. Based on the buffs, based on the multiplication factor, it seems like he is going to be one that is going to be, I didn't know Palmer could, yeah, Lumber done. Hippo's VIP, I'm 15. We're still 15, guys. VIP level, I have been 15 for, God, it's probably been a year, maybe more. Back in 2021, we kind of capped the spending during COVID. We cap it at $100 a month. That's really the most that we spend. So the opportunity to get to VIP 16 is going to take a long time. 3 years ago, which is crazy again to think, almost 3 years ago, this was the pay to win account. So everything that we got from AFK Arena, we put right in it, or everything we got in memberships, everything we got in donations, things of that nature, we put back in here 955 days ago. This was the pay to win account for an incredible amount of time. I've been stargazing for Maulers, Greyborn, etc. And I was just wondering if it's worth stargazing for. The only thing you should ever stargaze for is Celestials and Hypogens. Nothing else. Does Palmer need the E30? He does not. Or yes, engraving, Lonar, yes. The engraving he does need. The E30 makes a big difference because of the cap that he gets in there. It really does the buffs. I want to know what he does in battle. Palmer heals and buffs. That's really the big thing. He has a solid heal. He is a solid buffer. That is really two big things. Is he is going to amplify the damage as a buffer that he's doing in pretty much every aspect, guys. He's a buffer. That is what he does. Most team comps, you run one damage dealer. Palmer buffs him up. You know, Halos buffs him up. Estrilda buffs him up. You really want a bunch of different heroes that essentially just buff up a lot. You're not going to see specifically what he is going to do because he is buffing up the other players. Palmer himself is not, you're not going to see the damage, you're not going to see the crit, you're not going to see any of that. But the way to really test him, Tarek Bobo, is go in there and utilize him, put a buffer in there, and then swap it to him. So if you want to test him, guys, this is really the only way to test, I guess, support heroes, is put him in a formation. So for instance, put Palmer in a formation, and you can do it with whoever you want. Run him a couple times, see exactly where their damage is coming in, swap him out, put Estrilda in there as a buffer. You can see where the damage is being amplified for players that are running Palmer and not running Palmer. Again, overall, his healing's a little bit low, but the buffs he brings is really the big thing. Furry Hippo Gaming, yeah, yep, the 0999, that is it. I want more rice. Mo rice. Yeah, never stargaze for normal factions, guys. That is an absolute waste of the stargazer. What are you summoning for? Yep, that's the Discord tag. Thank you, Sonorez. All right, guys, let's hop in. Let's do a couple summons in here. Got a couple stones, which I'm hoping, again, we've pulled one so far ever out of these. Boom, could it be a hero? It is a copy of Drez, so that is just food, guys. We have 3 more stones here. Boom, it is just all food. We have all of them at 5 stars already. So again, at this point, it is just going to be food, which is okay. We're recycling those, and I actually have to take care of Wukong in here as well. Yes, Lucretia is still the priority. Lucretia, I mean, if you want to make progression, guys, Lucretia fills in so many slots in AFK Arena. It's incredible. Just because she can do amplification. She can do damage by herself. That's really the big thing. Lucretia is a hero that can absolutely that can do it by herself. How much is the new character that is coming out? Hardly. Usually it's $49.99. Usually they will give us that $50 hero, which is the new dimensional. If you guys haven't caught up, Reddit and Discord, it seems Mulan is going to be the new hero. So if you remember Disney's Mulan, that is going to be the new hero again. What a lot of players are saying, that it is going to be Mulan. Now we know they have Mulan in Rise of Kingdoms, which is another game from Lilith. But it's going to be the cross over between her, I guess. So it'll be interesting. Vithiel seems pretty solid endgame as a tank. It does really it does seem like he is seeing a little bit of usage. We're also seeing a lot of usage, Daniel, from Kanisa and Rook. So we're actually seeing a pretty decent usage amount from both of them. Even though they're in the tank tree, most of the time we see nothing with them. We still have, what, 7 days on the reset here. I'm going to see if we can pull up a copy of Homer. Homer's still the one we're looking for, guys, which there he is. Boom. Streaming luck. I love it. $50. Yeah, $50 has been all of them. That has been all of the heroes. It has been 50. Do you have your own guild with your own friends? I do, Tarek. I have Hippo's Heroes, and I have I have two guilds. This isn't my own guild. This is actually one that I joined a while ago. But I do Hippo's Heroes. It's always out there, guys. We're usually pretty full in the guilds, but there are a couple out there that we absolutely do. That's a whale's job to overinvesting. I really cap on where I build these heroes out, guys. You have 3, either Mortis to Mythic, Khazard. Yeah, I like Halos. Halos is the big thing. Awesome with Halos is he takes a big investment. He really does take a big investment in there. So wish list, guys, we have pretty much no heroes in here. I would like some more copies of Salakai, but I would love another copy of Palmer. I would love to see another copy. There is a copy of Golas. Come on, just one more in here. Could it be Palmer? It is Gorvo. We got the Ninja Turtle. All right, guys, one more Light Bear. Yeah, start saving your tokens. That is why a little bit ago, Jester, we were kind of talking about that. Definitely saving the tokens. Guys, there were a lot of players double dimensional where players didn't get the heroes. They didn't get either, didn't get Geralt or didn't get Yennefer, just due to kind of the miscalculation of how expensive the heroes were, things of that nature. Yeah, it was really tough. When a player doesn't get the dimensional heroes that are free to play just because mathematically the calculation was off, it's pretty tough. Which one do I think is more of a priority? Kanisa, Rook, Frampton, Cursed Realm, and Treasure Scramble. Both of those, Vithiel and Kanisa and Rook are both used, Chris, in quite a few. Both used in the Treasure Scramble, both used in the Cursed Realm. Either one of them would be good. Depends who you want to build out. Vithiel I like just because of his buffing ability, which again can kind of go into a couple other formations, where Kanisa and Rook offer some pretty good crowd control. Now, both of them as well, Vithiel and Kanisa and Rook in their respective towers, do absolutely incredible. They are both there. Yeah, is it worth saving all my Stargazer cards on my Wilder account until I get the Awakened Soulless to Ascended? Normally, yes, but Miki or Michael, I would say no. The reason for that is on a specific Wilder account, the Awakened version of Soulless will work even if you don't have a lot of heroes built, or even if you don't have her fully built. It will work incredibly well. It will absolutely, guys. Even having one copy of the Awakened version of Soulless will work pretty well. It will work in a lot of formations. 62 cards here, guys. Let's see if we can get a couple more copies. We have her all the way up to, I believe, Mythic right now. I think she's already a Mythic. We need, what, another 6? Which it looks like the Stargazer has given us no love today, or the Temple of Time. There we go. So that is one, guys. One closer right there. I'd love to see some back-to-back. I'd love to see a double, but we just get the one out of there. I'll use my last two cards just because we have them here. But one closer, guys. That takes it down to 5. We only need 5, and she will be ascended. And then a couple more, of course, out of the Stargazer to build her up. Kanisa and Rook, 113 cards, guys. We only have Kanisa and Rook at Legendary Plus. I think Legendary Plus at this point. Let's see. Let's see if we can get some more luck out of here, guys. Yeah, 200 level deficiency. All right, guys, let's see if we can get some diamonds, if we can get some luck out of here. Resources, still pretty good. We haven't seen the diamonds in a little bit, though. But we need some more copies. I at least want to try to get them to Mythic. That way we can actually start getting a little bit more utility, which there we go, guys. There's our first copy of Kanisa and Rook. We still have a lot of room for another one. A lot of resources out of here. Got some more elite cards, which could be another copy of Palmer. We're still looking for that next one of Palmer. It looks like they're not being too friendly, guys. Double cards right there. So we got 3 more pulls. 1 gives us Kanisa and Rook, so that is 2 copies. We still have 2 more pulls in here. Items go into the mailbox, and our final one is no copy, guys. So not too good with the Stargazer, guys. That was 100 and what? 130 pulls? I think around 130 pulls. So we're probably a little bit closer to another copy, but it kind of is what it is at this point. We're going to continue building them up as we do get copies. And again, a lot of this in here is food, but that will actually take them up to Mythic, which means signature item unlocked. That is what we wanted to get to. And of course, guys, Taylene, this will go to a plus 30. With the chest we have now, boom, plus 30, very nice. And then we'll start right over and hop into Kanisa and Rook. We'll go ahead and just build this out all that we can, guys. Definitely well worth it. These guys require a big, big investment. And then again, right back to it, guys. We'll take, this will be the next hero going to our plus 30. And we have the dimensional coming. So look at that. We almost have 10 out of there, which is awesome to see. And then here, again, working on that awakened version of Taylene. Doing pretty well. One we don't have is Baden. We don't have Baden. The peak of luck, not too great. But we got some out of there. That's okay, guys, because we get resources. We get a lot of cards. Let me open the cards. We got to do some furniture summons in here as well. I have been looking to get quite a few pieces of furniture. There's another copy of Alero. Just some more food. And Palmer? No, it is Sonia. Sonia's already done 2, though. Looks like we can also add 1 more level there into our Elder Tree. And I think we got about everyone built. We're getting there, guys. It is getting close. We are getting close. I have Halos, Zafriel, Audrey, Alna, Taylene. Yeah, you have a lot for the Celestials. You have a lot of Celestials in there, which is good. Again, they just take a long time to summon out of there. Helios is used for an incredible amount of AFK Arena. Helios is actually, he's a buffer, he's a shielder. Lucretia comps, in a lot of boss comps, Halos is used. There are a lot of comps in there that Halos is being used. I'm put to shame with how many Celestials I have. You have 0 of 0. The Celestials and the Hypogens are 0 of 0. Isn't used for bosses. She's used for tower and campaign. Yeah, she is still used for bosses, guys. Lucretia will work in bosses. Even some of the Cursed Realm comps, Lucretia is still used in there. Now, looking at our wish list, guys, we have Kanisa and Rook, we have Salakai, we have all 3 of the heroes we really need to build out of here. So we have a lot to do, guys. Homer is in here as well. But I'm going to save probably my mythic cards on the table, unless we can get close enough to finish out somebody else. Double right there, guys. Kanisa and Rook, look at that. And Sonia. So 1 closer to having her built out. Boom. Second one for Kanisa and Rook. That is pretty good luck. Hopefully with the codes we have coming up and everything else, there is number 3, guys. That is 3 for Kanisa and Rook. Just like that, 1, 2, 3. Again, the copies on here, I think I'm just going to save them. Let's equip what we got. That gives us another one there for Sonia. Recycle everything else, and I might give us enough for another pull, which we are short. We're going to save the one there because we got 6 right there. 2, 2, 2, 1, and 1. Then, of course, Kanisa and Rook, Salakai, and I believe in here we do have a couple. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. We already have 6 in here, guys, for the Awakened version of Taylene, which is awesome. We're not but 5 copies off being able to build her out the rest of the way. We got 5,000 more. Let's stargaze one more time. Oh, congratulations. Look at that. 30,000 diamonds right there. We'll do one more summon in here. But just some more resources. That's okay. I have 270k diamonds, 350 Stargazer cards. Just finished Wudis and Weeleen. Did your dad not give you enough attention? Uh-oh, what's going on over here? The only way that everything worked in the campaign is very low deficiency. It depends, Saul. I mean, we run about a 200 level deficiency. That's roughly where we're at. That's about where I stay. We're just under 200 right now, which we could absolutely make some progression. Most of the game, though, is about levels. Guys, we have said this for an incredible amount of time. It is levels. Levels in the Resonating Crystal drives AFK Arena, guys. This is the most powerful place to get your return when you're putting an investment in. It does work incredibly well. Why is this game taking more for the whales? While whales already have everything in the game, while free-to-play doesn't have anything, like they made the Temple of Treasure Scramble. So they do a lot of, so when you think of it, a lot of the games do cater a little bit more towards the whale, but not really. If you look again in the big picture of AFK Arena, it is probably one of the most free-to-play friendly games. There isn't really much that you can't do in AFK Arena that you really can't do. That you really can't do. Are you going to be the top 1%? Absolutely not. There's always going to be, players that put more money into the game, but to actually enjoy the game, my opinion, I don't see it as a competition. Yep, if you want to put a couple hundred into it, and you know what? That is why games like this have survived, is the money that whales put into the games is really, when you look at a game like this, probably the top 95 to 97% of the revenue, a lot of it comes from whales. A lot of it does come from what people spend in the game. So this one, I did put Belbello in here just to get one copy. One copy, guys, of course, still pretty effective with the changes that they've done in here. And I'm hoping we can get some. There's another copy of the owl. We've gotten really lucky with the owl so far. It's actually been some pretty good luck, but I think we're going to be able to get another copy. And we've also been focusing on, of course, building out the wing lion. The wing lion, another one, guys, that we absolutely want to get. But I'm going to pick up one copy of Belbello. And there we go. There's the one copy. I'm going to go intelligence on there. I don't think we can build anything else. Yep, owl. Going intelligence in there as well. Magical Pierce, getting that a little bit higher. Getting the beast, guys. The beasts are very, very long, slow pull. Why does the game cater more to the people buying 10? Yeah, and that's it. The game, yes, absolutely. I agree wholeheartedly with you, Sonorez. Again, when you look at a lot of mobile games, you have to support the servers, the developers, the game, the progression. There's a lot of costs associated with games, and that is why a lot of players that put money into the game. I mean, this game has been out for multiple years at this time. This was actually released in 2018. Most games don't make it this long. If you look at the track record or you look at the tenure of most games, they usually do not last this long and do not have such a strong player base like what we see with this game. I feel like it's been here for years, and it's going to be here for years to come, guys. And again, the whales will dominate. Literally pick any single game that you have. Even Diablo Immortal, a lot of players were talking about that as well. You know, one of the YouTube streamers, I guess, and I was reading an article earlier, spent like $25,000 during his stream to get a bunch of stuff in Diablo Immortal, which really didn't make that big of a difference, but still dropped 25 G's in there. 25 G's, which is incredible. What's going on, Lux? Thanks for joining us. Stream is doing great, guys. We have almost 100 people in here. I don't see any new subs. We're trying to hit our 30,000 mark, guys. We are roughly 28,500 plus, I think, at this point. We are definitely getting there with the subs, guys. Getting 500 plus every single month. It is very, very cool to see, more than I could ever imagine in this game, guys. It has been incredible, incredible to see. All right, guys, so from here, I think it's just going to be answering out some questions. We can go through, we can run some more in the campaign. If you guys caught last night's video, I am trying to go through here, and I want to complete one single stage, one single boss stage every single day. That is really my goal. Where did the stream for the thumbnail came from? This is actually, so the picture you've seen for the thumbnail, Mobai, is from Rise of Kingdoms. So it is from the Lilith game, Rise of Kingdoms. It is a copy, or is a picture of Mulan. Now Mulan, of course, speculation is she is going to be the new hero in AFK Arena. So it is going to be the new dimensional hero, is going to be Mulan, which again, if you know anything about her, very, very cool backstory with her. So it used to say Rise of Kingdoms in the bottom of there. Just cropped it out a little bit and works perfectly. Also, if you're a late server, yeah, late servers, it's easier to play. I think we're like 1,000 plus. I think we're well over 1,000, maybe even 1,200 AFK servers in here, guys, which is crazy. Thorn Cheese, of course, one of my favorite team comps that we know. You can actually outcome away with low spending. Yeah, that's what. So if you're really focused, Lumber, you can definitely and some players really have made a lot of progression in a short amount of time, really focusing on building specific heroes. Awakened heroes broke the game. You can't compete unless you have them and they need money. So Red, my kind of thought to that. So a lot of players have said the Awakened heroes are what broke the game. Awakened heroes you cannot get. So I run 2 free-to-play accounts. My main free-to-play account has 2 fully built Awakened heroes. We're working on the 3rd one right now. And, you know, when a lot of players have the comment, you know, we can't compete, we can't do anything, I always refer them and I say, hey guys, look what Javid does. As you know, Javid is a moderator for the channel. Javid is completely free to play, does not put anything into AFK Arena. He is in chapter, I believe, 44 right now, almost into 45. He does incredibly well, and he has, I believe at this point, 3 Awakened heroes fully built as a free-to-play player. So it's not about the money, it's more about the time and the dedication. Going through the towers, making progression, building specific heroes, really making the most of what you can in AFK Arena. And what I mean by that, guys, is, you know, when new heroes come up, either you're going to save the resources for them or you're not going to build them at all. There's a lot of heroes, even personally, that I have just chosen not to build because of the resources. Without putting a lot of money, you cannot build them all, and you honestly don't need them all. There's a lot of different ways. There's a lot of different ways to do it, to actually go through, and again, getting resources. But he's pushing a lot. He even pushes a lot in the Temple Rift. There are a lot of different game modes that he does exceptionally well in. And honestly, it's kind of the time and dedication for it. I want to see if I can cheese a comp out of here like this, just because of my sheer levels in here. I feel like we can make this work even with the levels. Yeah, some of it's luck, some of it is just resources, guys. If you're pushing an incredible amount of stages within the faction towers, you can make it. You can go through there. You can build out a lot of different heroes without it being incredibly free to play. And again, guys, right up front, and I will tell you and be honest, there is no way if you're looking at a whale, the comparison in there, you're never going to compare. Period. When it comes to the development of account, because if you're looking at honestly, you're looking at the two extremes. You're looking at, a player that doesn't put really much into AFK Arena or doesn't put anything. You're comparing the free to play player to a player that might spend $10,000 a month. Again, any game that you look at, there's not going to be a comparison that really can be made logically because they're not even the same. It's like comparing an apple to an orange. There's no way there's no way that you're going to compete again on that same level due to the sheer amount that whales are putting in. If you're a free to play dedicated player, you can compete with the smaller dolphins. You can compete with a lot of players that are low spenders. There's no reason whatsoever why you can't compete with those heroes. Yes, I wish they gave us a swap scroll, which could. They could do that in the future. They need to let the community know they're going to enable a Stargating Tracer for the time cards instead of surprising people. Yeah, I think they were testing that out, Chris. I don't think they went in there intentionally. Again, we're going to have to see what comes next year, guys. They said changes were coming. Let's see how much they're going to how much they're going to do. Imagine you buy one card every day and you get 30 cards a month, then you'll be able to use those cards and get nothing. The thing is, Tarek, is if you're only getting one card a day and 30 cards in a month, you're doing something wrong. That is really one of the big things is you shouldn't be just getting one card a day. You should be pushing light bears, maulers. You should be pushing all of the towers. Absolutely, without a doubt, you should be pushing all of those towers because of the cards you're going to get out of there. That's really the big thing to remember, guys, is you should be pushing all of those towers on a regular basis. As you continue making progression, they get easier as the levels go up. As you build more heroes, more progression, more progression. Then you look, they add on events, they do things of that nature. Again, more progression, more progression. That's what the game is all about. That is really what it is about. Out of, the voyages, you're getting a lot more than 30 in a month. You're definitely getting a lot more. Why is Thorin teleporting? If it was the last battle, it's Pippa. Pippa is the teleportation, which that one we almost got done. I'm not paying much attention to what's going on in the game. I want to read and interact with you guys. Thorin gets there, guys. As much as a lot of players hate the Thorin cheese, guys, undeniably, it works. That is really the big thing. Undeniably, it works, and it works well. Like if they made a new Celestial Hypo only swap scroll, they might. I mean, we could see it in the future. They could do a lot of different things. When you don't spend anything or very little, you have to fight for every inch. Yep, and that's it, Lazarus. It does take a lot to get there. I've already pushed the towers to the max. You might have, Tarek, but give it a week, give it 2, give it 3. Within that time frame, you should have no problem making a lot more progression. Again, for the simple fact that you get a lot more, you start getting a lot more resources, you start getting a lot more levels, you're building out some heroes. There will be specific times where you make a lot more progression, and there'll be times where you don't make that much progression. It just takes a while. There are kind of built-in walls within AFK Arena. One of the big things also is if you're stuck, guys, one of the biggest things is murking heroes. So as you can see right down here, guys, I have Awakened Baden, I have Awakened Taylene, and I have Kanisa and Rook. Those three specific heroes, I have been stuck in the Celestial Tower for an incredible amount of time. So what I do is every single time, every single week, I use this Awakened version of Taylene to progress 2 floors. That is right, guys. It is only 2 floors, which again, 2 floors every single week. That's 8 floors a month. I make a lot more progression that way because it is continuous progression through the tower that I'm struggling with. Same with Baden. Greyborn Tower, I do my 2 floors with Baden. Do not underestimate Garrison the heroes, guys. It is a game-changing difference. What Awaken should I build after Awaken Thane? What's going on, Carol? Thank you for joining us. It's good to see you. Yeah. So Sanity Eclipse. So 2 heroes we've been talking about that I would like to see. The Awakened version of Flora. You hit it right on the head right there. The Awakened version of Flora. Or the Awakened version of Wukong, just because I do have an old school love for Wukong, just from, you know, the lore and the theory behind him. But it would be cool to see Flora or Wukong. Flora would be pretty unique. Flora, I think, would be really, really cool to see as the Awakened version. That would be cool. It would be really cool to see the Awakened version of Flora. We don't know also if they're going to follow the same methodology, meaning Celestial, Hypogean, you know, Lightbearer, Mauler, Wilder. We don't know if they're going to change it up. We don't know what they're going to do or how that's going to look, which way they're going to go. Awaken Lucretia. Yeah, let's take the most broken hero in AFK Arena and awaken the hero. What's going on, Ryan? Look at that. A super chat donation. I love the diamond in there. Thank you for the donation there. Yeah, Awakened version of Flora would be beautiful. Chimera, that is Chris, that cut me deep when they just ignored Chimera in her entirety. Chimera was the one, since we started Awakened Heroes. If you are an old school AFK Arena player, Chimera was the carry. Chimera had always been the carry forever until Daemon came out. Again, made me pretty sad that they did not do Chimera, just knowing how many players loved Chimera. And they went with Baden, which, not disappointed with Baden, but still sad that it was not Chimera. Awaken Kaz, Awaken Wukong, Awaken Satrana, Awaken Chimera, Awaken Zekus. Yeah, there's a lot of heroes. And they said in the beginning, guys, that they would not do. There we go, guys. Thorin got it. That's what we were waiting for. And I think I'm going to copy Sono Resin here. I know his formations are pretty strong. I make sure ones that I have all of the heroes for. I'm going to go ahead. I'm going to copy this one. It's going to copy the pets in here, which is good. We're going to let this go. Yeah, I love Wukong. Same with me, Jester. I like Wukong. Some games he's awesome. Some games he just absolutely sucks, which is bad. But it is kind of the case that we see. Actually, I'm at a 200 level deficiency. I have 5 teams. I've yet to touch the Thorin Cheese. Yeah, the Thorin Cheese, again, I use it because I have it. And it does work. It, again, undeniably, guys, it works. It takes a little bit of time to get it done, but the Thorin Cheese does work. Awaken Iran would be cool. Awaken Leica would be pretty cool as well. I know a lot of players absolutely love Leica within there. Yeah, 7 billion Sono Res. Yep. Again, most of the players in here are players that I've been following for a while, but if I'm pushing one stage every day, I feel like you're going to have to step it up and keep making progression Sono Res, or it might get passed to a point. We're going to see. You're leaving me behind. Yeah, Lazarus. I know Javid was catching on us as well. Not sure what he's got going on tonight, but I know it's late where he's at. Chapter 37 with only a single elite plus Thorin. Yeah, Thorin, guys, again, Thorin Cheese is kind of a evil and demonic side to AFK Arena, which again, that's what a lot of players say. And in here, it looks like Granite isn't getting the crowd control, and Brutus is just a monster, guys. He is such a monster. Two heroes that will never be awakened, Lucy and Damon, they already broken. Yeah, exactly. Oh my, don't touch the awaken. Gustav, and exactly. That's my thought. The awakened Shamira, guys. Again, that was a very, very tough spot. I wanted to see the awakened version of Shamira. Would have been awesome. Yeah, awaken Inoki. Everybody wouldn't even know that Inoki was not an awakened hero, or there wasn't Inoki. It seems like Inoki, it seems like there are a couple that I don't think anybody uses. Even within the tower, Inoki is somewhat of a filler if you use him. Most guys don't. You guys have been leaving me behind, doing a lot to be fair to keep up the good work. Oh yeah, again, it takes a lot of progression, guys. There is a lot of progression to be made in this game. It's awesome. 45-21, so I'll be pushing around 24 to 28 tonight. Yes, I'm right on board with you, Sono Rez. It takes a long time, guys, to get these formations down. There are so many repeats when you start getting into higher level efficiency to actually take these down. It's hard to climb the Light Bear Tower without, yeah, the Awakened Thane. And that's why I said, Chris, what you need to do is every single week, borrowing the Awakened version of Thane, just running him religiously, running him through the formations religiously, making progression in the tower with him specifically. Same thing I do with Baden, same thing I do with the Awakened version of Taylene. I just continue going through there. So 3 of 9 Thorn works. I have him 0 engraving and Peppa with him. So what do I need to make him work? So Pika, the Thorn cheese only works in very specific comps. Now think of it, and this is kind of the way that I've explained it, is if you're taking the Thorn cheese and you're trying to shove that into a formation, it's not going to work. It is not going to work in that formation. There are an incredible amount of formations that the Thorn cheese will not work at all. No matter what you do, no matter how many retries, the Thorn cheese will not work within the formation. And again, there are formations like that where it is not going to work. You have to have formations where you don't have slowing enemies, you don't have stunning enemies, you don't have energy disintegration enemies. Again, there are formations where it'll work incredibly well, and there's other ones that you're never going to get it to work, which kind of sucks. And it takes a lot of retries, guys. That is really the other one, is the Thorn cheese takes an asinine amount of retries. That is why so many players hate the Thorn cheese, is just the retryability that we have in there. And Brutus is just getting thrown around here everywhere. Should I get Mishka Irons to E60 or save the resources for E60 Halos? Honestly, QRAC, all of those are good. If you're still using Irons, I would probably go with Mishka first out of that formation. Mishka is really a game-changing hero. She does incredibly well, but so does Halos. Halos does well. And Irons, again, if you're still using Irons, absolutely Irons will do very, very well. There's a point where even now that we really don't use Irons very much, still works in formations, but do not use them very much. How's the Scarlet coming? I believe 15 at this point, Sonoraz. I believe 15 or 16 is where she's at right now. So 16 of 36. Still got to get, almost got 18 of 36. Yeah, she's getting there. What's going on, Andre? What is the best way to power level? So the best way, Lucifer, is 1, spending your 300 diamonds every day in the store. That is really one of the big parts, Lucifer, is buying the essence out of the store every single day is huge. It is absolutely huge, because where you're stuck in a game, it is always going to be the essence. Doing some of the fast retries, or not the fast retries, the fast rewards, those make a big difference as well. If you can get the fast rewards down, and there we go, guys, the team got it together. That does make it a lot easier to get through there. And again, Thorn cheese. Thorn's going to get teleported. Boom. And then we just got to get the cheese to work. Sometimes it works in 1 or 2. Do you know Andrew Tate? I do not. Unfortunately, Tarek, I do not. You should open it. Yeah, Thorin Cheese University. Thorin is a pain, guys. Again, as much as he works, as much as I like utilizing his skills, he is just a hero that is an absolute pain. Mishka is my favorite hero so far. Yes, Mishka I like. Mishka is a really, really cool hero, guys. Ever since she has come out, she's in a lot of formations. She has really, really made a big difference in formations, guys. I really do like Mishka. The build, again, since she's come out, has been incredibly, incredibly well. You'll need for Eins for the Dimensional Tower. Absolutely. I use Eins in every formation if I can get away with it, not because it's powerful. Yeah, huge Overlord fan. That's awesome. Ultimate Venom games. Overlord, when Eins came, he was probably the most broken hero we've seen. He is still probably the most absolute broken hero that we have seen, guys, is Eins. Absolutely. Almost got that one down. I used to power level out too much. Yeah, it's power leveling takes another level of dedication. Honestly, to do it every single day consistently. That is why, if you guys remember, if you guys have been watching the channel for a while, I've actually power leveled a couple of accounts, and I've done it in 30-day stints. So I've actually worked in kind of a 30-day stint, which is the way that you can really stick with it. Is my favorite hero still Rowan? Yes. Rowan is still my favorite hero, guys. No one else has taken that slot as of right now. But yes, Rowan hasn't still, guys, he was probably the game changer when I was playing AFK Arena and he dropped. They put him in a lot of events, which was pretty cool. Even got the skin for him. Again, being my favorite hero, I still do love Rowan, guys. No one has taken his place yet. Is 9 furniture on Halos necessary? Yes. Halos is a hero, guys. The 30960, an absolute full build is required for him. Absolutely, to get the skills and abilities he possesses. Signature item big, furniture big, engraving big. All three of those guys, a pretty big priority for the hero. Xmas plans, we have New Year's plans. Christmas, I got the kids home. They're out of school. I'm off of work this entire week. That's why the schedule has been kind of crazy. Hopefully doing some sledding. We go look at the Christmas lights, which we're doing that tomorrow. We've done it for a couple years now. Very, very cool time. I thought AFK Arena would have a lot more around the Christmas events, but they have a lot coming next year. There's already some prep. If you checked out the Facebook page, things of that nature, there's going to be a lot of things coming next year, I think, and I really feel they have a big, big 2023 that is coming. I think I actually bought Eins because I wasn't going to lose out on him. Yeah, I did the same. Ultimate, I bought them out. Just a broken hero. It was crazy how broken Eins was when he came out. And then again, kind of a disappointed with The Witcher, the two Witcher heroes, because Eins... then, of course, we have Lucretia drop. Lucretia was just broken as well. Two of the heroes that probably broke the game more than anyone else. His E30 was one of the visual changes that came back then. Rowan just made every comp. Yes, and that was it, Lazarus. So when they came out with the signature item, when you got Rowan built, he was broke. He was absolutely broke, guys. There's still a lot of places that he is utilized. A lot of formations, but Rowan, absolutely still so much love for him. What's going on? Thank you for the donation. Got a second super chat in there. Still no new subs. Still guys, we're 28,500 plus. I was hoping to pick up my 5 subs, which is what we usually do on the live stream. But Zyro Light, thank you for the super chat. That is absolutely amazing. Build Halos or Palmer first. Honestly, Pika, Halos I like, but again, he is going to require a very, very high investment. That's a big thing. Palmer, of course, you can summon, you can desire hero, you can select summons. Palmer is going to be incredibly easy to build, but both of them are used. What's going on? Shady is here, guys. Yeah, had a great Christmas. Spent again a lot of time with the family. Exactly what I wanted to do. That was it. I hope you guys did as well. Again, kind of throwing it off with Sunday being the holidays. Most of you know I'm in finance, so we're closed for quite a bit during the holidays, which again, it is about time with the family, guys, which is what we've been focusing on. Odin counters Ions. That's a big thing, Pixel Foxy. Is right now there are a lot of counters for Eins. So when you look at Treznar, absolutely Treznar will counter Eins almost every single time. Athalia still does pretty well. There's a lot of counters for Eins, and ultimately you get to a point where his damage kind of falls off a little bit. So we don't quite see the push within the campaign anymore. Even when it comes to like Cursed Realm, things of that nature, he's already removed from all of it. I don't even think I've seen Eins for months at this point and anywhere in the Cursed Realm. Just because, again, with the power creep, I mean, he's a hero that's going on, what, 2 years? I think 2 years, yep, and that's it. It's the power creep. Who is coming soon? It is going to be, and again, it's not confirmed from AFK Arena yet, but the new hero that is going to be coming soon is Mulan. So again, that's what a lot of players are looking at. That's what a lot of players are saying. Reddit and Discord, that Mulan is going to be coming soon with kind of the dimensional hero. So we're going to get our, 16th dimensional hero with Mulan coming. Not sure exactly. I'm assuming it is going to be Warrior. And I'm assuming it is probably either going to be, well, obviously Strength or Ranger. I am hoping that it is Strength-based Warrior to go, with Anasta, to go in here with the Awakened version of Brutus. I think she's going to be a pretty strong hero, is what I'm hoping, guys. That's pretty good. What's going on, Sheen? Yeah, but that lumber, why you don't make him this? Yeah. Eins, again, is kind of having a little bit of a fall from grace because, again, he's not used that many places. There are places, yes, that he is being used, but overall, there's a lot of game modes that are kind of just overshadowing everything, which it is interesting. Curse Realm is more important than the campaign. Curse Realm is one of the best ways to get time emblems. Yes, absolutely. So, guys, when you look, and again, look kind of big picture AFK Arena, that is why I've said before, there we go, guys, Thorn got it done. Focusing on the campaign, focusing on campaign progression, really, one, takes an incredible amount of time. Two, there's very minimal rewards in there. That is really two of the big things, guys. Is if you're spending a lot of time in the campaign, you're probably neglecting other parts of the game. If you're not spending a lot of time in here, if you're playing it like as an AFK game, spend your time in the Cursed Realm. Spend your time within, the Twisted Realm. There are so many places that have an incredible amount of loot outside of the campaign. This is probably one of the last places you want to spend a lot of time and effort because of what you get out of here, guys. The campaign really isn't rewarding. It really isn't rewarding very much at all, just because of, again, the time and effort that it takes to get through here. You're pretty limited to what you get out of here. Yeah, totally on board with Mulan. Yes, I think Mulan is going to be awesome, guys. Again, if they don't make her a warrior, it's going to be kind of weird, like if they do like a ranger, because Mulan, again, if you know the story, if you've seen, like I have the Disney Adventures or the remakes and everything else, very cool warrior, an old school warrior, which was very cool to see. They got Baden. Oh, he's running Baden in here. That's okay. I got the Merc copy. And that's what I do, guys. Like I said, and I cannot stress the importance of having mercenaries in here. Use them. Use them every week. Use them every single week. Who do we think is going to be the next Awaken? I'm going with Sanity, and I'm going to stick with Flora. I am going to say it's going to be Sanity Eclipse was talking about it earlier. I think it is going to be the awakened version of Flora, guys. That's what we're going to stick with until we hear different. So let's see if we can get Flora out of here. See, I don't have Baden built. I'm going to save my other copy of Baden, but we do have them built. Yep, we're going to stick with Flora. No official. I got tired out of by Isabella. Yeah, Isabella is a pain when you fight. Awakened Thane, Awakened Brutus are the best heroes right now. Yeah, exactly, Soto Rez. The campaign sucks. It is such a, again, a boring time sink, but you do get loot out of here, guys. I'm stuck right now in the Rift. We've done the Cursed Realm, so literally this is kind of the next avenue of where we have to go. Yeah, Wukong needs some love. I absolutely agree with you there. But again, as much as I like Wukong, I feel like Flora would be unique. If they go with Wukong, what are they going to make him? Just another warrior, or would they change it up like a ranger spec? Could he be a caster? I don't know. I think Flora, they could do kind of whatever they wanted. Yes, Awakened Chimera, I would love to see. That would be awesome to see. Have they put Awakened heroes in the campaign with max stats yet? Kraken, not that I'm aware. Not that I'm aware of. I haven't seen any of the Awakened heroes in the campaign as of yet. I don't know if I'm obviously not far enough in the campaign yet, but not that I am aware of that they've already put them in there. Yeah, still wait for Chimera, guys. I hope. Awakened Thane is a jerk. I spent so many cards on him, which Gustav, I had the exact same issue. If you go back and you look at all of my summons for the Awakened heroes on the Lightbearer account, on the YouTube account, both of those were incredibly time consuming when it came to the Awakened version of Thane. I put more, I honestly put more emblems into both of them, the multiple times I summon them, than any other hero that I've done in AFK Arena. It was insane how much it took, how many cards it took to pull them. Yeah, Wukong, Orthos, Flora, Quesos, Almas, and Cirrus. I think they're going to do a couple more. I would like to see Kaz. Kaz would be pretty cool to see. Who should I build? When Awakened Taylene can no longer solo. Yes, Audrey. So Brandon, when you're looking damage-wise, essentially, especially when you get to two teams, Awakened Taylene will be one team. The second team will be Audrey with, of course, some other heroes around it. But Audrey and Awakened Taylene are really the two that do the damage right now in the Celestial Tower. They are really the big ones within the Celestial Tower. Yeah, Awakened Solus is huge. Awakened Solus, guys, because of her being a support hero, is huge. She was a game changer when she came out. Kaz and Satrina, yes, absolutely. Kaz and Satrina would be very cool. Mulan is listed as support in the Lilith Games House of Kingdoms, though I'm not sure what that means. If you've ever played Rise of Kingdoms, I used to play Rise of Kingdoms a while ago. They have kind of different roles in there. When you think of Mulan in Rise of Kingdoms is a commander. So she is actually in charge of, so I guess more of a support role maybe in that game because she is a commander. Again, I played it long ago. I don't even know if she was in the game then. Yeah, but a couple very cool. I want to see what they come out with. I'm super stoked, guys. We're literally just going to have to wait every single day until something comes up on the test server and see. Do you think the new tower will start off at floor 1 or average the other towers? They'll start at 1. That's what they've done when they release both the Celestial and the Hypogean Tower. They'll start off at 1. If they come out with, or when they come out with the Dimensional Tower, it'll start off at 1. They said there's going to be extra ways to get cards. We don't know exactly what that means, but we're definitely going to have to see what exactly that means and what their definition of, you know, the ability for us to get more cards. If it's going to be more events, if it's going to be more tower progression, there's going to be a lot of difference. Stop doing the thorn cheese. I know a lot of people don't like the Thorn Cheese. I'm not even paying attention much to the campaign, just because we're kind of sitting here just letting it run through, guys. The Thorn Cheese, I know a lot of people hate the Thorn Cheese. What's going on, Winnie? Yes, having a great holiday. I hope you are as well. I'm still 45-10. We're almost there, Lazarus. Well, I think we just passed it. I think we just passed 45-10. If I remember, and look at that. Lucius, you're never going to get down. The battle of the tanks. I haven't reached 2 teams in the tower. French, I think it's 450. I think it's 450 that it goes to 2 teams. Might be a little higher. I can't think of it off the top of my head. Build Audrey before Vathiel. Yeah, I would say Audrey. Vathiel again seems pretty strong, but we know that Audrey does incredibly well. We already know. I don't like it. I don't like it, and I don't want to see it. So he is anti-Thorn Cheese right there. Wonder what else we do have in here for the comps. Let me see. Team number 3. Let's see what the whales are doing. Probably Thorn Cheese. Najee is doing Thorn Cheese. What do we got? There we go. There's an Awakened Soulless Mishka. Let's see if we can pop that comp in there. Even has an Eevee in here. Let's see if we can do it. Scarlet, the best library. Yes, Pixel. Absolutely, guys. Scarlet is still probably one of the most broken heroes in AFK Arena. It's kind of crazy. I don't even know if this formation is going to work by any means. Scarlet's damage is still insane. Absolutely insane. Yeah, exactly. When you look at the power and it goes from, 5 million, 10 million, 7 million, 178 million, it's a big difference on what you see. See what the whales are doing. Even here, guys, I don't even think we're going to be able to compete with where they're at. It's not even going to come close. Thorn Cheese, we have an opportunity to. But what level were they? See, look, 9 million to 14 billion, 31 billion. What level are they on? 715. If you're running level 715, could have been a while ago, but even here you're at 865, so you're definitely closing in on the team comps in there. Which again, we're kind of reduced to the low Thorn Cheese. Even here, guys, 676. That's where we're at. A little bit lower there. But I want to see where they have the heroes built. What do we have? Look at that, guys. Everybody is E60. See, we're not going to be able to take it. I'm thinking with Nevi and the Wolves. We're not going to be able to do that much damage. This team isn't going to work. We don't have them built out far enough. Kren or Awakened Brutus? Awakened Brutus, always. Awakened Brutus, guys, again, probably one of, if not the highest utility hero in AFK Arena. Absolutely. Taylor is my honorable mention for the Maulers. Oh, I don't like how the power in the formation jumps like that. Yeah, well, it doesn't, David, because it's using heroes that are in your guild. It's using heroes that are in different places. That's why, like, the available formations, it uses a friends list, which you can see Sono Rez is on my friends list, Mickey's on my friends list. It also utilizes players that are in your guild. And then, of course, players, see, Adventure Walk, that is my guild. It shows guildies in here. So we don't know, the one thing we don't know is how long ago this was finished. So level 726, I mean, this could have been last year that they made it through this chapter stage. Again, we really don't know when they came through and what the power level kind of looked like when they came through. So that's where it's kind of a difference. We know it had to be a little bit more recent at the 14 because of the Awakened version of Tailene, but again, they had more levels, and all of these heroes were a lot further built, including a star, including Nevi. Everyone was a lot further built within here, which means we're going to have to try this out a little bit later, just because we're not going to go through here. So second go around with the Awakened heroes, be cool. Yes, that would be cool, Darren, if they went with some of those. Would Scarlet be worth strengthening the furniture? Yes, Winnie. as long as you have all of your meta heroes built out, I wouldn't recommend building Scarlet out super high if you don't have the regular ones. Is Eventual Walk competitive? Yes, Sono Res, they're actually pretty competitive. There's a couple heroes in here, or a couple players in here, that are far, far bigger whales than I could ever be. They have most of the AE trophies in there, so yes, I would say definitely competitive. Seems like there are a lot. Yes, it's pretty cool, and they're active. That is what I was looking for, guys. I was in a guild. We were in casuals a while ago. We went to Kill Bureaus for a while. Wanted to find an active guild, even as more of a casual player now. Wanted to find a definite active guild. All right, guys. So let me go ahead and I'm gonna do my giveaway. I'm gonna do the summon or the subscriber giveaway. I love doing this every single time. So with Christmas, I'm gonna do it. The membership gifting for the channel. And I'm going to go ahead and we're going to do 10 memberships in here, guys. I'm going to give 10 memberships in the stream. So give that just a minute. It'll pop up in just a moment. I'd love doing the give back to you guys. All of the chats, all of the, all of the donations, the super chats, the memberships. This is my way to give back to you guys for viewing everything you guys do in the channel, guys. So congratulations to Awesome Jester, David, Darren, Brett, so like Kazduth, Venom, Maxwell, and King. There is the 10 Furry Hippo gift memberships. That is how we're doing our giveaways. And you can see there's different hippos. Sono Res has our 28-month, I think, hippo, which he is by far the longest standing member of the channel. Awesome's got his little red hippo. And then if you're brand new to the streaming or new to the channel for the gift membership, you get a little hippo next to your name when you type in chat. If you leave me messages on over on YouTube, anything like that, I see the little hippos in there. They're a lot more easier to kind of see, but it is so much fun going through and giving out the hippos, guys. Again, I love giving back to you guys. It is such a very, very cool thing that I love doing. And look at it, got the little hippos there, guys. I love when they show up in chat. I honestly do. It's something that I do enjoy and I love doing in the streams. It is cool to see. All right, guys, so we're going to copy this and I'm going to let this run and see if we can get through it. I'm going to just go back to the Thorn Cheese. It is what it is. Well, this has Zolrath in here. I must have grabbed a different Thorn Cheese because this one has, interesting enough, guys, this one has Zolrath in this one, which is pretty interesting. So very cool, guys. But all right, so we're going to go ahead. I'm just going to let this run. You're a fantastic hippo. Happy holidays. Oh, thank you, Gustav. Damon, Graz, Silas, Oden, Awakened Baden, Best Graveborn. Damon, Graz, Silas, Oden, Awakened Baden. Yes, absolutely, Pixel Foxy. Those are by far the best Graveborns in there that you need to build. They're probably the priority if you don't have them built. Absolutely. Yeah, the Awakened Thorin. That would be hilarious to see if they did that. If they did the Awakened version of Thorin, guys, that would be pretty funny to see. Which again, right here, it's right back to Lucius in this one. Yeah, I know. Zolrath and the Thorin Cheese, I guess it works. I'm guessing. Again, it won in a formation. So what else can I say about it, guys? It won in a formation. In a Thorin Cheese formation. Just look at that, guys. Pippa's still here. Pippa, of course, just goes ahead and dies on us. But Pippa was away. Pippa just transmogged herself. So, unfortunately, is Damon still used late game? Yes. Yep. Damon is still used late game. Am I using Portal Party? No. This is a Thorn Cheese. It's kind of a variation. Portal Party, we've tried. We've actually tried Portal Party quite a bit. It seems the heroes are a lot more effective elsewhere. Orthos, not Zolrath. Yeah, copied Orthos. Orthos died. Again, I don't know the reason. Short of Orthos being a Celestial to give us a 3-set bonus, would be my only thought in here. And there we go, guys. Can we get it? No. That's what I'm thinking. Yeah, Pippa messed up that run. I was hoping Pippa would do enough damage, or Pippa would transmog Astrilda on that one. All right, guys. So again, that'll do it for today's stream. This will be the last stream again of 2022. So I will see you guys in 2023. Have a lot more content coming out. Cannot wait to see Mulan coming, which should be shortly. We should see her. I believe it said 1/4, which of course is January 4th of next year. But that also means that she will be up on the test server before. So we're going to have to see exactly when she comes up on the test server. And look at this, guys. Such a wacky battle. But very cool for it to be the last one. Yeah, and that's what I'm thinking. Thoughts on the new Celestial? So the new Celestial will work incredibly well. We've seen the Celestial within, has actually shown up within the Cursed Realm. We've seen the new Celestial PvP, absolutely. Also within the Celestial Tower, absolutely. Might try to do a New Year stream. I'm going to try Shady. I don't know exactly what our plans here. It might be a little bit earlier. But again, guys, happy holidays to you guys. Be safe, be great out there. It is still kind of a crazy world. Definitely wanted to hop on here again. I love doing the streams, guys. It's so much fun. Could Pippa do it? Pippa did it. We got it done. Look at that. Pippa stayed up with her Halloween garb right there. Very, very cool to see. Pippa did it. This one, Lucretia Cheese. I can't believe Pippa stayed up. That is pretty funny to see. And of course here, guys, Granite dies. Lucretia makes everything look easy because she's just absolutely unbroken. Yeah, like I was saying, guys, New Year's might be a little bit earlier. I might do like a 10 a.m. stream. Depends what we have going on. I know for New Year's, I am not hosting. Christmas, we were hosting, so the whole family was here. So New Year's will be a lot easier for me and the kids just because I'm not hosting. And look at that, guys. Boom. We got it done. That boss stage is completed. 45-17. So again, guys, is the blessed ladder still 567? Not sure what you mean, Jester. Yep, the Pippa carried it. Yeah, Pippa didn't do it right, and then Pippa did it. Absolutely amazing. All right, guys, so that'll do it for tonight's stream. Again, thank you guys for joining me. Have a happy, safe New Year's, guys. Don't go out there and get too crazy. And as always, thank you guys for watching.